Hey everybody, I'm Justin Archer, aka The Posture Guy, and today we're going to dispel some common myths about chronic pain. Alright, so let's get right to it. I hear this one every day, and it's probably the biggest myth of them all. And if you think about it from a common sense standpoint, it just doesn't hold up. For example, let's say you have left knee pain. Now, how old is that left knee? 50, 60, 80 years old? Now, how old is the right knee? See what I'm getting at here? And the same could be said for any other load-bearing joints. So instead of blaming old age, let me offer you an alternative and more realistic cause. You're off balance. Think about it. Whether you're sitting, kneeling, walking, or running, you're doing it with both knees. So why would your left knee wear out faster than your right? It just doesn't make sense. Ask yourself these questions and let me know what you think. But I believe that the human body doesn't have a sense for time or old age, and if given the proper stimulus like food, water, and movement, you'll get better the older you get. Genetics are probably the second biggest reason people believe they're in pain. I hear it from clients every day. My mom had a bad back, my sister had a bad back, so I have a bad back. Bad backs just run in the family. And you know, I can go along with that type of thinking for a while, but where it falls short for me is 7 years ago, before I even knew about postural alignment therapy, I had a lot of the same postural dysfunctions and compensations my dad had. Then I started doing postural alignment therapy, and 2 months later, they were gone and I was out of pain. Now, as amazing as I think this method is, I don't think we're changing people's genetics in an 8-week span. Instead, what I think is happening is that we're disrupting a pattern of motion that we started a long time ago as infants and children when we began watching our parents to learn what to do. How to walk, how to ride a bicycle, even mannerisms when we talk. So you see, we watch our parents and we learn from them, but after a while we do what they do and then we start looking how they look, and then eventually we begin feeling how they feel. So do me a favor, stop blaming mom and dad, give them a hug and a kiss, and start getting better, alright? Although this is the one I probably hear the least, it's the one that irks me the most. And that's because I hate to hear people blame what they love as the cause of their pain. So once again, I'm going to give you a slightly different way of looking at this. And that is to say that it's not the sport or activity that's causing your pain, but the body you're bringing to it. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's use running as an example, alright? So let's say you decide to go for a run and you bring a perfectly aligned body with you. Your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are all vertically stacked and they're all pointing straight ahead. Well, you're probably going to enjoy your run and you're going to feel good and you want to do it again. But now let's say that one hip is higher than the other, one's rotated forward, and your knees and your feet are pointed in different directions. Well, it doesn't take much of imagination to think that the run's not going to feel good, you're not going to want to do it again, and if you continue doing it, you're just going to hurt more and more, and eventually, with all that stress and torsion on the muscles and joints, your knees are going to wear out, you're going to have meniscus tears, or plantar fasciitis, problems with your Achilles tendon. I mean, all sorts of symptoms can arise. But a simple way to remedy all those things is to remember a little saying I have. And that is, straighten, then strengthen. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot from it. But the biggest thing I hope you take away from all this is to make sure and ask why. Whether you're dealing with doctors, physical therapists, or even any other health experts, including myself. Make sure to ask why, educate yourself, and use common sense. Because when it comes to your health and the responsibility for your health, it starts and ends with you. Alright? So until next time, take care and keep moving.